Without sharing a single shred of evidence, Biden's director of national intelligence, Avril Haines, claimed that Iran is providing funding for pro-Palestinian peace protesters in the United States. That is a serious allegation to make. And if you're gonna make that allegation, you should come correct with receipts. But there were no receipts. She just put out a statement and we're just supposed to believe it. But there are some conflicts of interest with Haines that I'm going to reveal to you in just a moment. But first, what did her statement say? She argues that in recent weeks, Iranian government actors have sought to opportunistically take advantage of ongoing protests regarding the war in Gaza, using a playbook we've seen other actors use over the years. We have observed actors tied to Iran's government posing as activists online, seeking to encourage protests and even providing financial support to protesters. Now look, let me be clear. I don't think it's far-fetched for various figures and foreign governments to use social media to their advantage. I have no doubt that that happens. Funding though, financial support for the protesters, where's your evidence of that? Where's the money coming from? You mean the sanctioned country of Iran? I mean, that's the country that has the, infinite resources to provide to peace protesters in the United States? Or could it be that she's engaging in this effort to smear the protesters, to make it appear as though, they're being influenced by nefarious figures and foreign actors?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Our audience has helped build TYT into the media giant it is today. Together, we can accomplish anything. Support our work and join us at tyt.com/team.
Near the tail end of arresting all the protesters, it looked terrible to us and most people the whole time. But in mainstream media, they loved it. And they're like, they're all anti-Semites, etc. But since they were all invested in it, they wanted to defend all those arrests. So in mainstream media, they started just saying, they might be funded by Iran. And then they would say, or maybe the Muslim Brotherhood. Wait, those two things are against each other. One's Shia, the other one's Sunni. Now you're starting to make things up that don't make any sense, right? Yeah. And I asked on air several times, do you guys have any evidence of that? And they never presented any evidence. So here in this case, now you see with all the lies about Joe Biden, these people are just flat out willing to lie. I know for Democrats it's hard to believe that, but there's no evidence of that. She's just stating it with zero evidence in order to please Israel, because Israel would like us to attack Iran.
So I want to talk really quickly about some of the conflicts of interest involving not just Avril Haines, but a ton of people that actually serve in the Biden White House, including Anthony Blinken. Because prior to joining the Biden White House, they were all employed for a consulting agency called WestExec Advisors. What is that? Well, let's go to graphic 5 here. WestExec Advisors was co-founded by Anthony Blinken, a former Deputy Secretary of State in the Obama administration. And the firm touts an impressive array of other retired senior officials, including the former US Ambassador to Israel, Daniel Shapiro, and Lisa Monaco, a former counterterrorism advisor to Barack Obama. Director of National Intelligence Avril Haines had her name scrubbed from WestExec's website early on, but she worked with the firm from October 2017 to July of 2020 when she joined Biden's transition team as foreign policy lead. Now, Mandy Smithberger, who is the director of the Center for Defense Information at the Project on Government Oversight, told Politico a few years ago that by not directly advocating for federal dollars on behalf of WestExec clients, they don't have to publicly divulge who is paying them and for what activities, such as the connections they make with government agencies. They avoid becoming registered lobbyists or foreign agents and are instead becoming strategic consultants.
Isn't that convenient?
So my point is, you have basically this consulting firm that she worked at. I have no doubt that Israel was one of their clients. You have Congress, it's a bipartisan effort, urging the intelligence community to draw a link between Iran and the protesters. Wonderful reporting by Ken Klippenstein on that. And so, show us the evidence. Where is the evidence? If they're getting funded by Iran, you better show us the receipts. There are no receipts, and here you have a Biden administration official smearing Americans practicing their First Amendment rights because they got to look out for their clients.
Yeah, last two things on that. Now Trump is saying that if he gets in charge, he's not only going to arrest those protesters, but he might deport them. Now you say, well, that's absurd, right? But wait a minute, the Biden administration just told you they might be working with Iran. So he could just turn around and go, I know they didn't say any evidence, and there is no evidence, but Biden told you they were working with Iran, of course I'm deporting them. And so they've set up Trump for even further abuse. And last thing is, since we don't know who they're advising, the real problem is the system, guys. Whether it's Israel that's giving them money or Saudi Arabia or Indonesia, we're not allowed to know. We're not allowed to know who's purchasing all of Biden's top advisors. Then they come out and tell us, oh, just trust us. Just trust us that we're not just doing this for the money that we get as lobbyists with our secret clients that might be foreign governments. But we're gonna say, based on no evidence at all, that these American kids who want peace are actually secret Iranian agents. They sound like lunatics and total conspiracy theorists, and they're doing it for money, and they won't tell us who's paying them.
Exactly.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.